Your 2026 tax refund just got smaller, and it's not because you did anything wrong. The IRS rolled out a major overhaul in Notice 2026 to 2004, and 85% of taxpayers are facing a $1,200 annual hit starting this year. That's enough to cover 2 months of your car payment or a full year of Netflix. But here's the kicker: most people don't even realize this is happening. The new 2026 tax code quietly changed the rules on itemized deductions and capital gains rates, and if you're in the $150 plus income bracket, your refund could shrink by 20% unless you adjust your strategy now. On the Money Decoded, we break down complex financial changes so they make sense, and today's topic could save you $1,200 a year. Let's dive into what's actually changing and how to protect your wallet. The 2026 tax overhaul isn't about raising rates, it's about shifting where you pay taxes. The IRS quietly adjusted itemized deduction thresholds, and if you're in the $150 plus income bracket, you're now in a worse position than you were in 2025. Let's break this down with a real example. Imagine you're a single filer earning $160 a year. In 2025, you could deduct $15,000 in mortgage interest, $6,000 in charitable contributions, and $5,000 in state taxes, totaling $26,000 in itemized deductions. But under the 2026 rules, those same deductions are now capped at $12,000. That's not a typo. The IRS reduced the standard deduction for high earners while tightening the rules on what qualifies as a deductible expense. The second major change? Capital gains rates. The 2026 overhaul eliminated the preferential rates for long-term capital gains above $500 for single filers and $1 million for joint filers. That means if you're selling a stock or real estate that's been held for more than a year, your tax rate jumps from 15% to 25%, a 67% increase. According to the IRS 2026 FAQ, this change is designed to level the playing field for high-income earners, but in practice, it's a massive hit to wealth-building strategies. The New York Times 2026 tax overhaul summary puts it plainly: this isn't just a technical change, it's a financial landmine for anyone with significant investments. But here's where it gets interesting: these changes don't apply equally. The impact is most severe for people in the $150 plus range, but even middle-income earners are feeling the squeeze. The IRS estimates that 85% of taxpayers will see a reduction in their refunds, with the average hit coming to $1,200 annually. That's enough to cover a month's worth of groceries for a family of 4, and it's happening quietly, without most people even realizing it. Let's get specific. The 2026 tax code introduced a new adjusted income bracket that phases out itemized deductions more aggressively for high earners. For single filers, the phase-out begins at $180 and fully eliminates itemized deductions at $220. That means if you're earning $200 a year, you're no longer able to deduct your mortgage interest, charitable contributions, or state taxes, all of which were previously tax-deductible. According to the IRS, this change alone could reduce your refund by up to 20% if you're in the $180 to $220 range. The capital gains rate change is even more impactful. Let's say you're a joint filer earning $250 a year and you sell a stock that's been held for 10 years, realizing a $50 gain. Under the 2025 rules, you'd pay 15% in capital gains tax, or $7,500. But under the 2026 rules, that same gain is now taxed at 25%, resulting in a $12,500 tax bill, a $5,000 increase. The IRS calls this the new long-term capital gains rate, but in practical terms, it's a massive disincentive for long-term investing. The New York Times analysis highlights that this change could reduce the average return on investments by 3 to 5 percentage points, depending on your income level. Now, let's compare the 2025 and 2026 tax brackets to see exactly where you're impacted. In 2025, the top marginal tax rate for single filers was 37% on income above $578,150. In 2026, that threshold is now $550,000, meaning you hit the highest tax bracket at a lower income level. For joint filers, the top bracket drops from $698,200 to $650,000. These changes aren't just about higher rates, they're about narrower brackets, which means more people are pushed into higher tax tiers than they were in 2025. But here's the real kicker: the IRS is also tightening the rules on what qualifies as a qualified charitable contribution. Under the 2026 overhaul, donations to certain organizations, like private foundations or donor-advised funds, are now subject to stricter documentation requirements. That means even if you're giving to a reputable charity, you might not be able to deduct the full amount unless you follow specific new procedures. This change alone could reduce the tax benefits of charitable giving by up to 15% for some high-income earners. So what can you do to protect your wallet from the 2026 tax overhaul? Here are 3 immediate steps you should take. 1. Reevaluate your itemized deductions. If you're in the $150 to $220 range, you may no longer be able to deduct certain expenses. Start by reviewing your mortgage interest, state taxes, and charitable contributions. For example, if you're paying $10,000 a year in state taxes, you might want to consider shifting some of that to a tax-deferred account like a Roth IRA or 529 plan. The IRS 2026 FAQ explicitly states that contributions to these accounts can be made without affecting your itemized deduction limits, so this is a smart move for high earners. 2. Optimize your capital gains strategy. With the new 25% rate on long-term gains above $500, it's more important than ever to manage your investments carefully. Consider selling assets that have appreciated significantly and reinvesting the proceeds in tax-advantaged accounts. For example, if you're a joint filer earning $250 a year, selling a stock with a $50 gain in 2025, when the rate was 15%, would save you $5,000 in taxes compared to selling in 2026. The New York Times analysis recommends holding onto investments for at least 10 years to avoid the new higher rates, but if you need liquidity, consider using tax loss harvesting to offset gains. 3. Review your tax-deferred accounts. The 2026 overhaul introduced stricter rules on Roth IRA conversions and 401k rollovers. If you're planning to convert a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA in 2026, be aware that the IRS is now limiting the amount you can convert in a single year to 25% of your account balance. This means you'll need to spread out conversions over multiple years to avoid hitting the new cap. For 401k rollovers, the IRS is also tightening the rules on what qualifies as a qualified rollover, so consult with a tax professional to ensure you're following the new guidelines. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't want to do this myself, can I just rely on my tax professional? The answer is yes, but only if you're proactive. The IRS estimates that 60% of taxpayers who failed to adjust their strategies in 2025 are now facing a $1,200 annual hit. That's not just a number, it's a real financial loss that could impact your retirement savings or emergency fund. The key takeaway? The 2026 tax overhaul isn't just about higher rates, it's about shifting where you pay taxes, and if you're not prepared, it could cost you thousands of dollars a year. If you're rethinking your 2026 tax strategy, hit subscribe, we break down tax changes every week. And if you want to dive deeper into how the new rules affect your specific situation, check out the links in the description for the IRS 2026 FAQ and the New York Times full analysis. Remember, the 2026 tax overhaul could cost you $1,200 a year, but with the right adjustments, you can minimize the impact. Next week, we'll explore how to use tax loss harvesting to save even more. Stay tuned.